Okay, so you know that exciting feeling before you go into the movie, you think it's gonna be good, then by the end of the movie you're just like, Okay, so Transcendence. Okay, so Transcendence stars Johnny Depp and is directed by the cinematographer of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. And we all know who Christopher Nolan's Batman's movies are. I'm Batman! Johnny Depp plays a scientist that creates an AI that can potentially save the world. Some anti-AI activist group comes up, boom, shoots Johnny Depp, he's dead. His wife, played by Rebecca Hall, plugs this computer that he built into his brain system, so then he's hooked up to the AI. Johnny Depp's brain survives within the AI that he built. Johnny Depp becomes the AI and is bound to finish the work that he created with the AI. So the two names alone, the cinematographer of the Dark Knight trilogy and Johnny Depp, this movie should be good, right? It's not, though. I will give it this, the first 10 minutes of the movie was really interesting because it showed Johnny Depp explaining his whole creation, his AI. However, after him and along with other scientists that were killed by this anti-activist group or whatever, the movie just gets really slow and boring. I think I checked my phone at least 4 times within the movie, and if a movie does that where it's requiring you to check time or whatever, you know it's boring you. And I know you're asking, Ryan, why is it boring? It seems interesting enough. Alright, I'm gonna tell you why. Just most of the movie just falls flat on itself. The characters were kinda dull, and then I just feel like they had no chemistry with one another. Best character in the movie, Morgan Freeman, but he wasn't even in the movie that much. And I like Johnny Depp as an actor, but his character in the movie, he was just like, Evelyn, can you hear me? Evelyn. Very bad Johnny Depp impersonation, I know. Oh, Johnny Depp and your Johnny Deppism, it just seems so dull. And this is a movie about computers, AI, and how the brain works, so of course it's going to require you to think. And logically speaking, you're going to point out some things that make sense and don't make sense, right? And guys, there's a lot of things that these characters do and it's just like, they don't make sense. And I know I'm not a scientist and I never will be because science is one of my worst subjects ever. And if a person like me can pick a movie like this apart, then you know something's wrong. Because by the end of the movie, you're just going to be thinking to yourself, it's like, well, wait a second. If this would happen, then... no. That wouldn't make sense. So in a logical aspect, it fell completely, utterly short. And did I tell you the movie was kind of boring as well? Well, I'll give it this. A couple things did happen, but most of the movie, I was just sitting there just like, huh? Please just get to something. They're talking and talking and talking. And the story was just all over the place. It was like really, really choppy. Sort of like the way how I talk, my stupid speech impediment. For example, one scene they're in one location, then seriously, the next scene they're in some completely different location. You're just like, well, weren't you just there 10 seconds ago? Believe me guys, a lot of illogic in this movie, and it's just all over the place. Transcendence had some okay acting in it. Rebecca Hall was pretty good. Bettany. See what I mean? My speech impediment. I can't say anything, you guys. Paul Bettany. He was good in the movie. Transcendence had an interesting premise, but the story just fell short. A lot of illogic thrown into there, but when a movie requires you to think, actually sit down and think about how these events will play out, you know, it kind of got you hooked just a little bit. Still boring though. For that, I give Transcendence a 2 out of 5. Oh, please, April, give us something good. Don't let your best movie be 2 weeks ago. I have a feeling that it's gonna be that way. Sorry, Johnny Depp. Looks like you fell short. In the meantime, guys, I have to get going. Peace.